Hey, just letting you know, I sped these up a lot. This whole session was 25 minutes, and this is not the first time me walking up and putting the halter on her for today. She got the halter halfway on, got spooked, and took off. Right here, she spooks and takes off again. And then I catch her again, and I finally get the halter on and tied on the left side. But, I mean, these were each about 4 minutes long, so I didn't think you guys wanted to watch 8 minutes of me chasing her. And I didn't want you to think she just lets me go out there and walk up to her, because she does not. I still have to flog her with the whip and let her know that it's me. So there's some pictures at the end of this video that I took of her that I will add in. So here I'm just trying to get the halter tied on the left side. And I think this is where I get it. I don't know. She let me get it halfway one time and then took off, so. And you'll be happy to know I'm editing out in the barn right now, so I've got Boog and Kimanie standing here staring at me, even though I just gave Kimanie her grain, and she's like, I don't want to touch that. It's got her medicine in it. So for a horse who's only had a halter on 2 times, to be leading as good as she is right now, I'm super, super proud. You can see I have my gloves on today. My bandana, because it's super windy, so ignore when my bandana flips up. I'm sorry. And she's leading pretty nicely. I'm barely putting pressure, and she's just coming right off of it. Now, this is sped up a little bit, so if you're like, geez, let her take a rest, this is sped up a little bit. So, sorry for Boog chewing on the bucket in the back. So she fights it a little bit, but that's just because she's not used to it being on her face. I'm just happy I got it tied on the correct side this time. So she's leading pretty good. I normally don't like to face them when I'm doing it, but in the beginning, I feel like you kind of have to teach them that, look, it's okay. And this is also teaching her to follow me. Boog, your bowl's empty. I'm going to have to do Kimanie's tricks with her dinner. She's not eating her grain. I have to take like a spoonful of her medicated grain, put it on a tiny little handful of hay until the whole thing's gone, and it'll take her like 5 minutes to eat a little handful of hay. So I just do this for a while. I cut a lot of this out because this is the main thing we did today. And she didn't rear up. She didn't twist or freak out, besides the one time that I think I left in. So today was really, really, really good. So here, oh, Boog just scared himself. So here I'm just walking up, see how she's doing, loving on her face, see if she'll let me on the left side. She's kind of like, I don't think so. And then I just rubbed her, and she's like, oh, okay, it's just you. So the way she's standing right now, if you can see, her legs are spread out. She's not doing that out of aggression or anything, or like intimidation. I think that's just how she stopped. If she was stopped standing straight, and then as soon as I touched her she did that, that would be kind of like a warning of she's gonna jump or freak out. But since she stopped like that, I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it. Somebody may be asking, when are you gonna start desensitizing her to the whip and picking up her back feet and all of those? I want to have a good handle on her before that. Like Boog, if I didn't have a handle on him, there'd be a lot I couldn't do with her. So right here, sorry, there was a bug in my ear. And she had flies all over her. We were both covered in bugs. It was like super hot. So she's so good. I can't believe 5 days I've worked with her and owned her, and she's already letting me on the left side. Whereas you guys seen yesterday, there was no getting on that left side till the very, very end, and it was just a couple rubs, and that was that. But she doesn't run from me anymore unless I push her off. It's to the point of, if she puts her butt to me, when I go up to her, I push her off. Right there you can see me rubbing all over her. But if she just stands there or walks away casually, I won't chase her. So, Boog, you can stop right now. We don't paw. You have an hour before your food. Sorry. He's looking at me like, excuse me, lady? These horses crack me up. So, here, she actually yielded her hindquarters pretty nicely. I wasn't going for that. Normally, she doesn't kind of let me just walk up to her side. I have to kind of go out wide and go back in. But you know what? I'll take it. Oh, she found her medicine. Nope, she's not eating it. Dang. So here, I'm just fixing her mane because when I tied the halter, it is a little big on her, and it got caught up in her mane. This is all good for her. For anybody like, oh, you didn't tie it right, blah, blah, blah. This is great for her. So here, I'm just looking at that cut. It's really nasty. I think she reopened it again. Here, I'm just practicing rubbing down her front legs. And I like that she's not kicking out. She's not pinning her ears. She's not nipping. So I sped that up. I'm doing this front leg. This is all good. I think she liked this side more. Somebody might be saying, well, when are you going to do the back legs? Like I said earlier, when I have a better control on her and I know that she's not going to bite me and charge on top of me, because you'll see here in a minute, she gets a little mouthy. And I'll show you how I fix that without scaring her. So here I'm asking her to back up, and I'm just pushing and holding. And if you can see right there, she turned her head to me and her mouth's open. So I just put my hand straight by her chest and keep asking. And as soon as she backs up, I stop. But if she wants to continue to back up, I will allow her to, because that is the right answer. So I don't want her to think she only has to do a step. I mean, if she only did a step, it's not the end of the world. But if she's going to continue to back up, that's fine. So if you made it this far in the video, say nipper or something like that. So here you can kind of see she's putting her mouth at me again. And she's not like, you know, wide open mouth going at me. It's kind of hard for you guys to see. I zoomed in as much as I can. But she is kind of opening her mouth. And I just don't want it to go any further than that. So here in a minute, I will show you how I fix that. So comment down below nipper if you made it this far. I kind of like the keywords. Do you guys like the keywords? Let me know down below. So here we just go back and practice leading again. And I promise it does show how I correct it. She's leading pretty nicely, whereas yesterday she just wanted to rear up. Most horses, I don't know, the girls did not do this well. It took me like a week to get the girls like this. So, and if you don't know the girls I'm talking about Rose and Skyla. Kimanie has her own playlist in video order of how they've been done. Boog has his own ride list and video order, and there's a trailer training video order without a trailer to prepare your horse. So if you guys want to see any of those, they're in a playlist. So you'll see here, I'm kind of saying, okay, is she going to let me on the side? She says, yeah, I'll let you on the side. So right here, I go to ask her to back. You see how she keeps pushing her head at me? Here I duplicate it so you guys can see what she does. Right there. Right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap her with the rope first to give her a light correction pretty much, because she's not used to corrections. So about 3 times I have to take my tips of my fingers and just jab them onto her face to say no. See how she's kind of got her mouth open there? And about 3 times is enough for her. Again, she wants to continue to back, that's fine. But that's what I'm going to do for now. And if she gets worse, then I will actually take and kind of pop her. So here is sped up. I just took my time grooming. This took about 8 minutes of the session. So I sped this up for you guys. You can see she's letting me clean up her left side. And then I go back and clean up her right. And this is a short clip. Just give it a minute to play out. I love how she's eating dirt, but she won't eat her grain. This mare. Oh, one of these days I'll do how I have to feed her medicine. So here I gave her a rest for a while, just let her stand there. She's going to ground tie really nicely because I left her like that for about 5 minutes. And I'm really glad she let me just walk up to her. Now, I didn't go straight for the left side because, again, she's not completely comfortable with it. But right here is something else I want to talk about. So right here, I go to take off the halter. So I eventually want her to lower her head. Now, I'm not expecting that. But I do want her to get used to my hand being up there, so it's not all of a sudden one day it's up there and I'm asking her for her head down. So right here, I just keep my hand here, and she kind of, like, gives an attitude about it. She puts her face at me, which I don't really like because, and right there, she pinned her ears a little bit and backed away. I don't like her smelling me right there just because of the attempted nips earlier. So I don't, like, correct or anything. I just keep a very close eye on it so that I know what's going to happen. So I like the fact that she's smelling me. And I like the fact that she's letting me just rub on her. Right here, it gets kind of funny. I bend down to pick up the halter, and she starts to smell me. So I'm keeping my eye on her. But anyways, that was our session today, and there's some pictures of her coming up. And the first picture is of her eye, and tell me if you can see the faint, thin blue line on her eye or not.